always going up. You can't take from us. We ain't slowing up. Look what life gave us. Always going up. You can't take from us. We ain't slowing up. Look what life gave us.
Yo,
What's good?
what's good, man? Call it Sunday sermon, man.
Sunday sermon.
We got I am Deacon Woon in the building.
Hallelujah. And we got Pastor Self in the building.
You know what I'm saying? All praises. To the I am, you know what I'm saying? What's poppin', man? What's going on?
Oh man, hey, it feels good to be home on the goddamn Sunday. It does.
Right. Instead of out on the road and shit, huh?
That's a fact. But
Right.
Let's kick it off. Welcome to another episode of the Free Your Mind podcast, where you come to free your mind and help others free theirs. I'm your co-host, and I go by the name of Woon, and I'm all about balance, like survival and doom.
Hey, yo. Oh, wait, okay. And then I am the other co-host by the name of Selfmade. You already know how I go. Gotta tap in with self to know thyself always.
All day.
Yeah, man, we here, man. It's Sunday. I know it's a little switch up for the people.
Right.
We had to switch it up one time for the one time.
You know, make sure we got fans though. If you tap in on a no notice, short notice, whatever notice, and y'all still pull up, it's up. Y'all fuck with us for
we
real.
in here.
We fucking for real.
Facts. We got La in the building.
Lala babes, what's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
Did I hear Pastor Woon?
Deacon Woon.
Deacon Woon in the building today.
I gotta adjust my.
You know.
I'm talking about I was in the kitchen rolling when I heard you guys say that.
we bringing church to the show today.
That's right.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be the one to say it real quick. They probably like, oh shit, what the fuck going on? But look, I had people tell me I was thinking the same thing too. Lala been rocking for a cool minute. I know it ain't been official. We ain't did no official announcement. We ain't did nothing like that, right? Let me fix the camera. We ain't did nothing like that. So I think it is time to officially inaugurate, put her through the inauguration process. Hit her with the you know the sword on the shit. And it's an official co-host to the Free Your Mind podcast show.
The Trinity.
I think it's that time. You know what I'm saying? It's we in the building. We've been rocking for a minute.
Right.
So how y'all feel about that? I'm throwing it out there, but I'm like, it's seeming right. You know what I mean?
I think that should happen, man. Because you want to know what? She been rocking. She will bust her gun, and it's been like that for years, even before the podcast. So I think she's definitely worthy for a show. Overqualified. She's super qualified.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
It's official. It's official then.
It's official. Lala, do you accept the terms and conditions?
I want to know if I get the I am in front of my name, though. Does that come with it? Or
oh, shit. Yeah, it comes with it.
It come with it. It definitely come with it. You gotta come up with your slogan. She gotta have her opening statement slogan. You know.
That depends on what season we're in, man. My emotions have been a roller coaster right now. So I'm not like catchphrasy like you guys are. So, but
I change
mine's the same shit. I say the same one.
I try to change mine every week.
Woon, I need you to ghostwrite for me.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna heat up my Indian for you guys. Right, I'll be right back. Okay.
Definitely.
Shout out to the chat. We got Brittany in the building.
Oh, Brittany's in.
Peace and love.
Let me go online and blast that thing on a book one time for the one time.
Oh yeah, yep. I think I did blast him out real quick.
I got to copy that. Hey, did you? Oh, there we go, right there. I see it. I got it. So, yeah, but while we doing this open show though, if y'all want to come on and chop it up, it's up.
Let us know. Send you the link.
Yeah, super shout out to the chat. Y'all was in here early.
What's everybody doing? What's everybody been up to in life?
Man, same old same. You know what I'm saying? On the grind. That's about it for me. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Studying.
Hey, I remember you posted something, Selfie, like a few days ago, talking about can we just skip past cancer season? And I was like, no. I'm like, wait a minute, can we skip this? Can we? Let's keep it pushing.
I had to talk my shit one time. We coming up. We coming up.
Hey, I am not gonna lie. Right. This has been a challenge, man. Like on some emotional.
Yeah, a lot of shit done popped off already. You know what I mean?
I'm having like a lot of inner stuff, and I'm just like, damn, maybe we do need to skip past cancer season.
that right there kind of show you right there that it's needed. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely needed because a lot of shit is being shown and shit. You know what I mean? A lot of things is coming to the light.
All right, so if anybody wants to get in, I just now blasted the link on my live page right now, so it's up.
I wanted to get Lovejoy and Miss Divine in the building with Prince Krishna in the building. I don't know if they watching, if they seeing this right now, but
are you guys okay with me messaging them and sending them the link? Because I'm gonna just send it to both of them.
I sent it to them too already.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what's going on with this.
You said had them in the same place at the same time?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the conversation that they had got, I don't know who started it. I think Miss Divine started it or maybe Krishna started it, but it was a couple of different ones. Now I'm over here trying to find it. It was something about... It
was going in. I've seen it. I looked at it earlier.
The masculine and feminine energy or something like that.
Oh, shit.
Hey, but not this time. Krishna was coming with some... It was different. I'll say that. It was different.
Oh, was this... Was it on Divine shit?
Maybe it was on Divine shit.
It was.
Hold on, wait. I think
It was. I did see a little bit of a switch in that perspective, though, from Krishna.
Oh shit, he
like, because I didn't. I'm to keep it a buck. I stopped like once I seen the main like paragraph of what he had responded, and I put the little popcorn emoji. That's when I kind of stopped reading. Was like, hey, yeah, let's just bring this to the show. Oh yeah, it was this one right here.
I was thinking of a whole different post, but I see it right now.
Yeah, you see it?
Yep. I think I slid a little comment on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but so they was going in?
They was going in. I was skimming it. I didn't want you know what I'm saying?
They were going in. It was actually kind of funny to see, somebody else have that same level of conversation with him. But I did have to kind of, you know what I mean, tip my hat because he did come with like a little bit of a different perspective in his presentation. Let me just say that.
When we talk about different perspective, was he still saying that the woman was not a part of the original creation, or what?
No,
Nah,
no,
Oh, he
no.
didn't. Oh,
Nah.
okay.
It would be now. I mean, with his new perspective of where he's at right now,
Mm.
we got to do like one of them shows where it's just solely him and Shot.
He said him and shot. Whoa.
Right
Hey,
now, where he's
hey,
at,
yeah.
it might. You know what I'm saying? Like it might. That might go up, man.
It'll go up. I agree. It'll go up.
That'll go up for sure.
Yeah, that's so they ain't no more birds of a feather and shit.
Right. I don't know. At least based off of the response, you know, it wasn't on that type of wavelength. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So Christian is really he's really elevating these days. I guess, but he's been on his mission though. I'm gonna give him that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just throughout the years, you know, finally, and I don't want to say finally like that, but one of the last times, you know, that we was building with him, you know, it just seems like you can tell that he's elevating for sure.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
I love the space that that Mr. Vine comes in. That post was rather
The whole post, you saying?
I'm saying from just reading it, I was like, oh shit. It was rather controversial.
Mm-hmm.
I said, hey, okay. But you know, but you know, topics like that always bring in, you know, a good conversation. So sometimes I guess they need to be, you know, that chaos needs to be there so the order can come in and shit.
Right. Facts.
So I don't know if that's a strategy.
We need to I need to blow that up or something. Like I need to pull it up.
Hey, y'all.
I said,
Karmic peace.
Karmic fruition in the building.
Hey, I can't get my I guess it's when I got on here the last time I used this avatar. I don't know how to take it off. Do y'all know how?
I was just talking about mine too. Are you logged in on a phone or on a computer?
Oh, I'm using my phone.
You gotta back out and then try to come back in, and the first thing it'll say is edit avatar as soon as you pop in.
Yeah. So when I edit it, when I click edit, then because I tried that. Okay, I'm gonna just try it again. I'm about to get out. See.
Because I did see it. I could have swore I seen it when she first
for a
popped
second
in.
it popped on.
Yeah.
Let me see. I see it.
There it goes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But yeah, I got the post that she said. She's. I'm gonna just read it.
I was gonna say, do we got to get it cleared and shit? Like,
I know I was gonna post it up, but I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna just go ahead and read it.
You just read it, okay,
yeah. She said, men don't want an independent woman because they desire control and authority. By definition, you cannot have control or authority over a person who is independent. And most men see independence as a man's right or privilege, so it makes sense why they would feel turned off by a woman who exercises the same right/privilege. These types of men want a woman to depend on them for their livelihood and sustenance. They want to be able to oversee everything that she encounters because they have been lied to about the importance of that dynamic. That their purpose is to take care of the house, and the woman somehow comes with the house as if she is not independent from a man's purpose. But that's problematic as fuck. Women are humans and have their own authority and are responsible for their own well-being, just as men. That being said,
was that a Me Too?
Right. With that being said, the only authority anyone should be submitting to and depending on is the divine, but y'all want to be slave masters so bad.
I seen that, and I'm because that was the end of it, right?
That was the end. Yeah.
I seen how she tied it back down into that, but you said a lot of stuff before you got to that divine.
Right. I was thinking like that same thing about that divine part. I was like, whoa, like that was the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That conversation has to happen though, you guys. That conversation's gonna go up for sure.
That shit was just like you watching a porno and shit, and you getting it in, and then like it comes to the end, but man, what the fuck was that?
Just stop it.
Who the fuck? Turn the shovel back.
At the end, it says repent and turn from your wicked ways. Like, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a second.
Put Elmo on this shit. Elmo.
Nadia. What's wrong?
Hey, but that's before we get into that, because I want to see what you ladies feel about that. Karmic fruition. I always wanted to ask you, because I know there's some type of significance behind your name, and I was trying to put it together, so I just want to see if you could bust that down.
It's probably what you already think it is. Just receive the fruits of whatever karma you put out. And when I think of karma, it's just basically whatever you put out, the good or the bad. And the fruits, either you're gonna get some good tasting fruit or they're gonna be bitter. That's how I see it. So you're gonna just receive the fruit of whatever karma you put out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll fuck with that.
I love the accent. Love it.
Right.
It makes me, I don't know why, it's just soothing to me. That down south accent is soothing.
Listen, it's only an accent. It's only an accent when I come to where y'all are. See, I'm at home, so it's not an accent.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
I love it though.
True.
Thank you.
So you ladies wanna give your girl some support in what she's talking about?
How y'all feel about that?
So
hold on, wait. Before we say that, because Lil Joy, you gotta know that I'm joking because y'all know I talk shit. But
right.
We have to go in on this with Lil Joy.
Yeah. Got to.
I've had this conversation before with Krishna, as a matter of fact.
And it was different.
It was different. But one thing that I do like to say is, to all the women, let me say this, and this is stuff that I kick to my daughter as well. Don't become so independent that you don't need a man.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with being successful in my eyes. There's nothing wrong with contributing and being able to help provide, but don't become so independent that you don't need a man. But as far as the topic that Love Joy put out there, I want to see them talk about it because, like I said, I've had that conversation with Krishna before. So just to sit back, you know what I mean, on the sidelines and kind of watch it, I'm interested in that for sure. And thank you, Brittany. I see your comment in the comment section. I appreciate that.
Where was that topic talked about? Where did you just read that from?
I'll send it to you, Karmic, so you can read the post.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let me.
I think I had I actually that last show that I had was based off of that.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
see. Yeah, that and so what is it? How do you feel about it?
So I'm gonna let Woon go first because he was
y'all know. But I want the ladies to go first. But if you want me, because something.
I go. Let me go ahead and go.
Something just hit me, and I'm like, all right, now we're gonna have to. But I wish she was here though, so we can have a good dialogue.
Yeah. So I think what could have maybe helped some people see it in another light is if she put some men in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
I think when you put men as a whole, then that's where the people get blinded. They can't see the other side because when you say men, they just know that they're a man. Oh, I'm a
Right.
man. This ain't me. Instead of you saying some men, you know.
Right.
So,
Right.
I do believe that that does apply to a lot of males. I'm not gonna say majority. I'm not gonna say half. I just know it does affect a lot of males, and it's things that we go through in our childhoods and things of that nature that we feel a lack of on the inside that does influence us to want to gain some control. And if we can't have the control of ourselves, we do want to have the control over someone else.
That's a
And
fact.
so with that independence, I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing, just like she just said. It's not, she's not gonna say it's a bad thing to be independent, da da da. However, it can okay, we know you got to, everything is like, okay, everything is for the whole, right? This and this, you can come together and do this if you put these two together, a team. However, each individual still needs to be their own when they going into something with each other. And that to
Right.
me is independent. So not saying that they don't have to have the help, but they at least can already do this on their own. And you do that on your own. Y'all come together, y'all can do it on your own together, you know. So I feel like a lot of men are affected by a lot of independent women because they lack control and they have an insecurity within them that makes them want to control someone else. And if their only way of defining what a man is to provide, if she is too independent or if she is independent and can do it on her own, that is not going to be a comfortable setting for a man like that. So that's how I feel about it.
I have to ask though, from a female perspective, and this is all the way around the board, right?
Okay.
Females can be like that too. I've seen it. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
Right, right.
Hey, so
I've
thank
seen
you
it.
for thank you because I'm gonna go in on that aspect of that, and thank you for opening that door.
That I agree, but I think when you
Like,
guys read the post, I only got the part we are
Mhm.
addressing the post, and since it was about the men, I spoke
right,
about
right.
that.
And you think like if that was the case on the female side, how do you feel like that goes with another provider in a sense? What like
Me?
Wait, say it
yeah,
again.
like if the woman is providing and then the man you have a man that also is doing the same thing, how do you bridge the gap in a
Right.
household? Like how do you bring that together?
You just saying if the shoe was on the other foot?
No,
No, like
if they
If
both
they're
were in
both.
that position.
yeah.
Oh, if
I've
they were
seen
both
it
in that
work
position.
though.
So I've personally seen that position. So I feel like these days it works because usually that's what everybody's doing these days anyway. They're both providing for the household.
Right.
I've seen it work, in different situations. I think that when it comes to, to be an issue is when a fee and I have to say this, you guys, women don't chew my head off, please. But when a female wants to be the one that's running everything, I see that,
Mhm.
when it turns into a problem.
Right.
But I have seen some successful relationships where both people, are contributing and holding it down. But I see it them more successful when they are holding one another down. You know what I mean? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything else. So I see that that's when the best success rate happens in those types of relationships.
Yeah.
But I think that as a female, an emotional female at that, um, I like to see my man be a man. Like that's the
Mhm.
best way I can say it. It's beautiful. It gives you that sense of peace. It gives you that sense of security. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. So even though my energy is very strong, like, I'm just it's based off of trauma. Not saying that I'm hurting anybody by being like this, but I will not let down until I feel safe, and that's that. So, being that
Safe. When you say safe, like what do you mean? Like
safe to say, oh, I know I ain't gotta I can be soft. Being soft is something, vulnerability. I
right,
can't just be vulnerable with, whoever. But that's
right.
another topic or later on in this. So what she was
Mm-hmm.
saying, I totally agree with. I am also the type of person who would love to see my man take control of things and lead, or, all of that. I wouldn't get in the way unless it was going in the wrong direction. but but
Right,
I
right,
would
right.
love to see that as well. But I feel like, honestly, let me just tell y'all something real quick. Because see, I'm every woman and I'm everything. When it comes to each side, the gender, I'm everything literally. So I have been the type of person who wanted to control.
Mm-hmm.
And I was this person, I'm gonna say about 2016. I wanted to control, but it wasn't due to a lack of insecurity. It was due to me. I was evil, y'all. I was evil at that moment. I just had a lot of.
Woo!
I had a lot
Hey,
of.
this is Sunday. What you say, Self? This is
The Sunday
sermon
church
Sunday.
sermon.
No,
Let it
listen for
out,
real.
sis.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
Come
real.
on.
confessional right now, huh?
Testimony.
So it was like 2016, 2017ish. I had a lot of hate towards my ex-husband,
Mm,
and I wanted to control him because I knew it made him uncomfortable.
mm,
And
mm.
yeah, so 2016 he got out, and of course he had to depend on me for everything. But see, before he went in, he was the main provider, and he used to use that against me, and he was really hurtful. So when
Mm.
it was my turn, it was my turn.
Right,
And
I see.
I was really hateful inside, and I just wanted to control. I went so far as to not even controlling just, well, I'm paying this, like this, that, another, to where it was like I controlled his mood. Because especially being a water sign, I'm a Scorpio, I'm very manipulative. I know how to use it on each side of it. However, at that moment in my life, I used it even to manipulate his moods. So if he was finna go with his family or go with some friends or
Yo,
something, I would just, hello, I
what's
would
going on?
just
I didn't mean to
even
interrupt.
I would just say something that I knew would alter his mood. You know,
Yeah.
um, Go ahead.
Can I ask a question? Where were you at in the relationship as far I mean, did you recognize, I mean, when you were there, did you recognize that behavior within yourself? And then
Of
two,
course.
was it more so like a, now I want to, and don't hate me for this word, right? But now
Okay.
it's like, I want to become toxic, or you know what I mean? Or was it like
Yeah, it's you ain't saying nothing wrong, baby. Let me tell you something about me. See,
Yep.
I'm one of them people. I know everything about myself, and I ain't never in denial, child. Listen, at that moment in my life, like that's why I said I was evil. I did it
Mhm.
intentionally.
Okay.
I did it
Did you guys
intentionally
ever have a like a, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
because I felt like uh I just wanted to, I was evil. I just felt like he owed me something from the damage he caused, and I wanted to use that as a part of that control as well. So
Mhm.
we women, we use that control, and it's other women who do it on the same spectrum as what I did as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm very aware that that is also going on out here.
Did you ever try to have a conversation with him, before you did that? Like, hey,
Of
this is
course.
unhealthy, or this is how I feel, or
Yeah, but when people don't have to have a reason to change, they ain't gonna change. Shit, you ain't left them for doing the shit, so why he gonna change? So shit, okay.
right.
Shit. It is what it is.
Yeah, no,
I just
I just want to I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't. I was me. That shit would drive me crazy. I just know how I am. I'm so emotional, and like everything has to be processed emotionally through me. So I don't
So
think I would
Lala,
even make it that far. I'd be like, motherfucker, we're gonna talk about this shit, and I'm gonna
answer
sit
this,
here and
Lala.
cry.
You said you were very emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Emotions exactly what that was
Oh,
That's a
fast.
when I
fact.
did.
That's
Yeah,
a
You
fact.
fact.
see, Yeah,
Facts.
so I'm a talker as well. I have to get to the bottom of everything. 1 + 1
Right.
got to equal 2, you
Right.
know. Um, but however, if people don't, just keep repeating the same stuff, that was
Right.
it.
Right. I get what you're saying. When I say emotion, you know what I mean? I'm that crier. I have that
Oh, okay.
fierceness, you know what I mean? I do have that side of me. Um
Yeah.
that side comes out of me when I'm just
Mhm.
I loved you so much that I don't love you anymore. That's when that side will come out. You know what I mean? But if I'm still in that loving place, I'm a cry. I'm gonna do all that. Like I'm doing all of that. Snot bubbles
Yeah.
and everything. So
Yeah. That's how it was for me too. However, love to me is subjective.
it is.
We all see love as something different. So to
Mhm.
me, when I didn't know that I could stop loving back then. I thought that when you love somebody, you love them forever. I just
Mhm.
recently trained myself, like
Yeah.
last year, no, matter of fact, 2020, that, oh my gosh, I can't stop loving somebody because love is an action, right? It's
Mhm.
not just a feeling, right? So to me, love was, whenever I fall out with anybody, I'm always there. They still call me. You can call me on my name right now and say you got a flat on the side of the road. I'm coming. I ain't talked to you forever. We ain't talked. You need something, I got it. I'm gonna give it to you. That's love. I want the
Mhm.
best for you, all of that. But then I learned that, oh shit, I don't give a fuck this motherfucker had the best or the less. Shit, if that motherfucker called me for something, I don't care. It wasn't that I wanted the worst. I just didn't care. So that to me was me learning how not to love anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's yeah. And when you say it like that, I've seen people like, feel bad about, cutting that water off. But sometimes in both y'all water signs, y'all gotta cut that water off, big.
Yeah, I had to learn how because it hurt. It hurt.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, what I was
It
gonna say
can.
is I just want to go into the other side of the post and Lala, you kind of touched down on it when saying that females get into that bag and shit too, because
Hmm.
everybody knows females that's why I think it's equal. And I'm gonna go with what you said, Carmick. Some females will not fuck with a dude that's independent whatsoever. They want to
Mm.
if she see the only thing this nigga happy with is a PS5 and some graham crackers, it's up. That's her dude. Like that's her dude for real. She gonna be like, yeah, that's my man right there. But what did the nigga do? He stay at the house on the PS5 and I feed him graham crackers.
Right.
I
Right.
love it. Sometimes I
I
get him chocolate milk. Like it's up. Like you know what I mean? So that level of control, because he can't provide for himself. Like you know what I mean? If that's what he's doing all day, and some niggas do that shit all day. Like you know what I mean? So they get
right.
that upper hand on that. And I've seen females play niggas like that, and I've seen niggas accept it. So I
Mhm.
can't say the niggas is getting played,
Mhm.
but they accept that that's just who they are. Like you know what I mean? So I think that shit goes both ways.
It
I don't
does.
know. I don't know who do it colder. Though. I think females do it colder. Because
Yeah,
hey,
straight up.
with what Carmick said, because she called Laura, she was like, well, not called you on it, but she was like, nigga, ain't you emotional? Like if you over emotional,
Right.
you got the best hand. Like you know what I mean? Because all that shit is
Hey.
coming from here. That you ain't thinking about it. You finna make this nigga feel this shit for the next lifetime. Like you know what I mean? So.
I mean,
Um,
you think about it, you was like, you feel me? What she was saying, it's like ultimately being uh the foundation as the female. You know what I'm saying?
woo,
Because y'all are the foundation.
right.
Y'all could for surely manipulate the situation when it comes to dealing with the man. As
In
far
a
as like what you
cold
were
way.
saying, like, oh, I know what gets him in his emotional bag. I know
Exactly.
what does. I know
Exactly.
how to push these buttons, and that's you in a sense enacting your masculinity in a skewed way to throw off his own shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
acting in her masculinity, but in a feminine way. The cold
that's what I'm
shit.
saying.
That's the coldest shit.
I
That's the coldest one, bro.
I've seen, but you know what though? Honestly, I've seen I have a big brother, and it was just he and I for a very long time throughout our teenage, time. And then just even through life, I've seen, and I hate to say it this way, you guys, I've seen females run dudes off, like, you know what I mean, like how you were just saying with the PS4 situation, you know what I mean,
Right.
like no, you know, and I just don't. To me, I think it would be a turnoff for anybody to control anybody. You know what I mean? I don't want to be controlled, nor do I want to control you. You know what I
It
mean?
should
I
be
want us to come
natural.
together and collaborate, and you know, whatever I'm weak in, pick up for, and then whatever you're weak in, you know, I'm gonna pick up for, and let's build off of each other's strength, but build up each other's weakness at the same time.
That
Uh,
part.
I don't, huh?
It's like, you know, when you're really tapped in like that, from a female perspective, from a male perspective, like you could see, okay, what she's strong at, what she may need
Right,
some work at,
Right.
and vice versa. And that's why I say it's like it'll just come natural. You know
right,
what I mean? Like a
Right.
natural, just, you know,
Mm.
masculine person uh with a natural, just feminine female. You know what I'm saying? Like that, the
hmm,
cohesiveness of that would just come naturally. It shouldn't be forced. It shouldn't, because that forced aspect is like, damn, I'm in my role, but you trying to, I feel the challenge of you right
right,
now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
right. I've
Versus
had
like,
my brother. I'm sorry.
no, you good.
My you know, my brother has said that before. My brother's like, I don't want a girl that acts like a dude. Like, I
I don't
don't
want no
need
nigga
that.
ass
You, what
bitch.
am I gonna do
Hell
with
no.
that? You know what I
Mm.
Right,
mean? If
right.
you are if you're out manning me, like what the fuck do I need you for? You know what I mean? And the same, you know, and I've said this before. I don't want my dude to act more feminine.
Absolutely.
Feminine.
You know what
And
I
that's
mean?
Right.
what
I
make a
don't
lot of women have to act like what they call a man.
Mm.
Mm.
right.
We
I
got
just
Christian in the building. What's up, man?
Christian,
What's
what's
good, y'all,
poppin'?
man? What's going on? I appreciate y'all bringing me on.
We had the
Definitely.
And what'd you say?
no, I was going to say, like, just this whole conversation was because of the post between, you know, you and Miss Divine. I'm trying to get her in there. I don't know what she.
Yeah, I sent her an invite.
Yeah, we sent her
mhm.
on, so hopefully she'll pull up.
Yeah, man, I pulled a you, man. Like I don't even be wanting to comment sometime, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It just draw me in sometime. But I really agree with your point of view on it. Like when both masculine and feminine energy, when the man and the woman is just grounded in their energy naturally, it's not even submission at that point. It's more so both energies just being in harmony with each other. Like
Right.
if she in her role and he in his role, it's just gonna flow naturally. It ain't even gotta be no force of the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what
I
tripped me out
saw.
though is how, like, you have the masculine females who want a masculine dude. That's what
Yeah,
Right.
that
trips
don't
me
Right.
work.
out.
Right.
That don't work.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how is
Yeah.
Say that again. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
a masculine or more masculine female wanting a masculine man? Because it's like, if you was to talk to a certain female that has that type of energy, and you like, all right, well, you kind of need you a little beta man, like somebody that's not trying to take control and take charge. You like, I don't want that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
yet,
That's a fact. That's
but
a
yet,
fact.
as soon as a
Mm,
masculine man is in your presence, you give him the flash, like you give him that challenge back and shit, and it's just like,
Mhm.
interesting.
you know
Do
what I'm
you
saying?
think do you think that the women that we call masculine, they're not really masculine, but they just putting on that front as like
Yeah,
a form of protection type shit? Because
yeah,
none of them really be masculine to me. I just think that they act like that because they never really been in the presence of a real masculine dude before.
no,
So
that's
when they
a
come
fact.
across it, they start testing the niggas gangster to just make sure that you really that. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
then when you
like
show the, you
Karma's
know what I'm saying?
Carmen said that earlier.
the
She said, you
vulnerability.
know, yeah, exactly. She was like, "Well, I'm gonna be
Mm,
like this until I feel protected." So when she feel like, okay,
interesting.
this nigga ain't no pushover. Come here, daddy. Come get this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
how it should be. Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
hmm
right,
hmm
yeah. They
I
gotta make
saw
sure.
some growth in your dialogue on that post, Krishna.
For real.
Yeah, I remember having that same conversation with you.
What
And
was
Yeah.
my?
I seen some growth. I think I
I
commented back.
appreciate
I
that.
was like, you know, I see definitely the level up in your thought process and how you
Yeah,
approach the situation for sure.
yeah. I think I pretty much always looked at it like that. I probably just articulated better
because men and women are definitely dependent on each other. We're interdependent. That was my whole stance on it. You know, we just depend on each other for different things.
I gotta call
But
you on it, Krishna, because you said a man can't learn from a woman a long
I
time.
never
We
said
had
that.
that
Never
dialogue. It
said
was something like
that.
you can't take me. It was
I
something
never said
Yeah.
that.
I don't know.
I think
we might
I
have
think
you on footage.
y'all might have to rewind that because I don't think I ever said that. You feel me? Because that's foolish. I don't think that a man can't learn from a woman. I think our argument was more about like leadership. Yeah,
Leadership.
Okay,
that's what
there
it
you
was.
go. There you go.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, Krishna, come on. But I did see for sure, you know, your perspective and how you approached it in that level up in that for sure.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
And sometimes I sit back and I'll read the comments and I'm like, okay, where's this going? Um, but it was an interesting topic for sure.
definitely.
Now,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna kind of switch gears just a little bit, just because it was a topic that was brought up over this past weekend with me and a couple other people about polygamy,
Oh
right?
shit.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
Here
gonna
we
bust it
go.
out. I'm gonna bust it out. So the combo was if pretty much like ultimately what it kind of came down to when it came to the whole conversation was if men can do it, women can do it.
Mm,
How do y'all feel
mm,
about that? Because my thing was,
mm,
I'm gonna
mm,
say something right here, right now, right? And
go
I
ahead,
just have
go
to,
ahead.
I have to be me, and I know women are gonna be like, please get her out of here. I personally, I don't, because of me being, you know, an emotional thinker, I don't think that I can be with a, you know what I mean? I don't think I can separate myself and share a dual
mm.
relationship. Like my heart's going to go to one person. That energy is going to go to one person. You know what I mean? I personally don't see, I can't love two men. I can't see myself doing that.
Get it.
Now,
Get it.
Man.
A sugar daddy. What? This is a man and a sugar daddy.
oh, coat.
Get that smoke coat.
Yeah, that's just for the bread. You know what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
You
I
go
mean,
out
for
smile.
me personally, I cannot see myself loving two different men.
I like to tread lightly with this conversation, but I really respect you for saying that because me personally, I think that that's the natural woman's take on polygamy, like because women to as far as my understanding aren't really the type of creatures that compartmentalize their emotions. Like if you in a relationship with a man, you know what I'm saying, you usually want to pour your emotions and your full attention to that one man, but to be spreading your emotions amongst many different men, I just don't feel like that's natural for women to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Oh, so this is what I think about it. The post said that if the men could do it, that women could too. Is that what it said?
Yeah, that was the conversation. Yeah, like, well, why if men can do it, why can't women have multiple men? Like, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I believe they can because the same applies. I mean, why would
Right,
it be
right,
any
right, right,
different?
right,
But
right, right.
could I really can't even speak for everybody emotionally because I know some women out here, child. I ain't even understand. Like I used to hear men say females like this, and I used to like, nah, they ain't like that because I just knew I wasn't like that, so
Right,
I couldn't fathom it. And then as I start getting older, I'm like, damn, it is people out here like that.
right, right.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it's some females out here who can definitely handle it emotionally. Some women are
Mm,
not very emotional beings either.
Well,
So
can
But
we
now the
can I insert this real quick?
yeah,
Because
please.
please, please.
usually when we get into conversations like this, there will be that one motherfucker who will say, "Well, everybody's doing that shit anyway." Like, you know what I mean? For the people who know, like, you know what I mean. So, and what I
Mhm.
want to say after that was, when we think about it like that, right? Is it just okay? Yeah, because now everybody has a side person, or the, you know what I mean. So, or some people, I don't want to say everybody, but So when we look at it from the stance of accepting that as a side situation, as opposed to saying I accept this and everybody's comfortable with it, what the fuck is like is what is that space that's in between those two? You understand what I'm saying?
Fine line. I think the comfort is that fine line that you're speaking of. You know what I mean? It's like if everybody's comfortable with it, I know, somebody who has done that, and it was like, instead of cheating, you know what I'm saying? Let's all just be happy and let's all come together as a community.
Right.
And they're rocking, and for them it works. But I think that line is that comfort.
Now,
You saying like how comfortable the people involved in the situation is on both sides, rather the woman is polygamous or the man.
A wife, and they incorporated somebody else into their marriage, and it works for them. Another female, into their marriage.
Oh, right.
But obviously, his wife was comfortable. I believe she even initiated, if I'm not mistaken. The story I was was that she was messing with the girl on the side and introduced her in, and that's how they became a whole. So if it works, I mean, it works. You can't knock it, but
yeah,
I think that
because I was
I kind of want to go demon time on this situation.
Well, I was just going to say, let's get there.
Let's get it.
We gotta get there.
I feel like a lot of women are manipulated into it. Honestly, I feel like because a lot of women, so males.
I'm about to go demon time. Fuck it.
And you males, y'all are very smart, right? So y'all know how to tell what type of female y'all dealing with upon approach. And I operate that way as well when I meet people. So a dude know when he meets somebody, if this person, how far he gonna be able to get with this particular person, right? So when he dealing with somebody, sometimes some of those males, they could be dealing with a person for years, cheating on a because he already knew he was gonna get away from that when he first met him. You can really tell stuff like that. And a lot of women, I feel, are being manipulated into accepting that so they won't leave them. And because usually in those situations, it goes back to the independent or the nun, where that particular female probably isn't the one who's really, making her own money and doing things for herself. Everything is really kind of like guided by him to where she's in a position to feel like she need him as well.
Okay, can I say this though? Like, so, all right, 2 questions. Is it cheating if the man is completely honest about it up front? He's telling you this is how he get down, this is what he believe in, he ain't hiding shit from you. Is it still cheating?
Nope.
Well, I can't say that it's not. I want to say that it's okay. If you meet a person, they say, hey, this is how I operate. I like to talk to different females at the same time. If she agrees to it, then no. But
right. Okay.
If y'all come up with some type of agreement, hey, I don't like it, and then yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, I guess what I'm saying is if she agrees to it, or if he keeps it real with her up front, he keeping it honest, but she continues to be with him, then he's not really manipulating her into it.
Right. She knew what she signed up for.
Right.
She knew what she signed up for. In that situation, if that level of transparency is open.
I seen females accept that shit and then still fight for that position, like
and still fight for it. Right.
Yeah. Get up out of here like 3 months. It's up.
Let me say something with that too. You know what I mean? Because what are you doing if you ain't winning?
Right.
That is a thing, because we're emotional beings. So it's like, you want that position, just like you said. Like, no, you're not. He got you, but he got me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
that's that ego.
Oh, facts. The ego and the emotional side for sure. But again, that's that love too. It's that love. Like, you might be okay with it, but
and then another thing, and
you're getting your head spin.
Hey, fellas, real quick, fellas, do we do that?
Do we do what?
Yes.
Do we compete like that? I mean,
I was just-
I'm not saying. I don't know. I know Self situation. Christian, I don't know your situation, but I'm saying in the past, have we ever had like a multitude of different females that we was dealing with, and I'm sorry that the female was dealing with a multiple different amount of dudes, and we like, yeah, we know, but nigga, I'm flyer than that nigga just a little. Do
I immediately jumped in and said yes, and I'm like, men will compete for something that they don't even know the female. And they're like, yeah. That's why I jumped in.
I'm him.
Nah, that's facts.
They don't even have her phone number yet. And they're
Hey,
like,
but see, look, that goes back.
Dusty.
Right. Hey, but that goes back to the flip side of the polygamy, like with a female with just say 3 dudes.
Right.
Like in that situation or in situations like that, who would be the person in control? Like who would
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Would it be the female? It would have to be the female, bro. Because
that's a fact.
if it was out of the 3 dudes, them niggas to be fighting all the damn time. Hey, you staying the night tonight? Nah, you ain't staying the night tonight, nigga. It's my time.
That's a straight up fact. That's why the dudes they would have to be feminine in order to be in that type of dynamic. Because dudes, you getting, bro, niggas gonna be fighting every day. You know what I'm saying? So
they would
that's
have
why.
to be feminine.
Every time I see a picture of that shit where the woman is the the motherfucker, she be sitting there. I'm talking about super boss stay, super boss. And the nigga be on the side
exactly.
Like
yup. Quiet. Yeah.
Right.
I personally just don't think it. I don't know. I mean, you get dudes that want to beat your ex-boyfriend up and shit and don't even know him. So I just don't think that it will work. I don't think it will work. But
on top of the fact too, another whole, this is, hey, I'm gonna just go there with it. But if it's one dude, that one dude, just based off of what it is, that one dude can impregnate all 3 females at the same exact time. But
my nigga,
if it was the flip side of that, she can only be pregnant by one at once. So now you got 2 niggas waiting. It's me next. I swear to God, it's me. You want to throw these hands or what? Like,
and those facts is the reason why I believe that polygyny is more set up for nature than what you call it, polyandry, because of those reasons. Because like you said, a man can impregnate 100 women today if he can do it, but a woman can only get pregnant by one man at a time. So nature kind of show us that. And then even if she did have 3 husbands, if she did get pregnant and she was having sex with all of those dudes at the same time, how do you know whose baby it is without a DNA test?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
hold that nigga up to
that's
the
my
sun.
take
I
on
think it's kind of it's like Larry. Larry, come here.
Right.
That's when you bring one of the elders in, like, who back this
love.
I mean, if there's a female out there that is living that poly life like that and has several husbands, come to the show. We want to hear about it.
Yeah, bring her on.
They taking poses right now. They're not doing nothing but posing all day like these. Right now.
All 3 of them giving her a back massage, a foot massage, a head massage. Which one you like better? You like mine better, huh?
Right.
Yeah, that's deep. I have a question. I'm gonna put it in the chat real quick though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why you doing that? Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. We just shooting shit right now. We got an open show. Just having nice grown female, male, woman, man dialogue and shit. So you know what I mean? So it's up. If y'all want to partake in this conversation, the link is on my page. I believe it should be on Selfmade page. If you want to get in, just hit the DMs and I'll personally send you the link if you don't see it on my page for whatever reason. But it's up.
Be in here.
Before we possibly get off the subject, I want to say my piece about what's her name? Lovejoy? Is that her name?
Yeah.
About that, like some that I said in the comments. And just let me know if I'm bugging, but when I be thinking about like the whole independence factor, um to me, independence is an illusion pretty much all around the board, because we all depend on each other on earth, period, in different ways. Like niggas can't just survive by themselves completely. But as far as a man and a woman relationship, as far as women not needing men and stuff like that, as far as like feeling like they can get their own bag, they can have their own crib, apartment, food, shelter, all of that shit. If there wasn't a government system in place where jobs were provided and grocery stores was set in place, and contractors was building houses for you and shit like that, and we lived in the jungle, would they have that same stance?
Of course they
Because
would.
if we was in the jungle, like literally in Africa, where there's lions and fucking hyenas and shit running around, would you really be able to say you don't need a man and that you're independent? Like, and I'm not saying that men don't need women either, but I'm just saying you hear women say that more than men say that. Would a woman be able to survive in the jungle without the protection and the things that a man provides?
I think we
That's a
have to
good
break
question.
down. Yeah, I
But
think we have to break down, the word independence, right?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And the association with successful, because I think a lot of that, ties hand in hand to one another. It's like, oh, yeah, and you hear it all the time, I got a car, I got a house, I got a job, I have a career, I don't need a man. I have all those things too, and I love being tucked under a man. You know what I mean? It's a
Right,
beautiful
because that's not all that a man provides.
Right.
He
So I don't,
provides more than those things.
me personally, I would have to get the breakdown of the word independence and how people are using it in that scenario, because you
Right.
can be successful and still, not be dependent on self. I don't feel like I'm dependent on self. I'm a lover. You know what I mean? There's only so much love that I can give to myself. So I would have to ask, is success playing a part of your independence? Me personally, as far as your jungle theory, um, by instinct, we're mothers. You know what I mean? So we do have that factor in as well, where we're going to protect at whatever
Right.
means necessary. So
Right.
I
absolutely.
think that we would cope, to a certain degree, to be
Mm-hmm.
able to, get into that protective, like, state that we naturally are in. Um, I think that we would cope, and I'm gonna just leave it, kind of at that.
I get
Um,
what you're saying.
but again, my saying is, to all women, don't become so independent that you don't need a man. There's nothing more beautiful than having that successful, healthy partnership.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Independence is kind of like subjective in a sense.
I believe
Right.
so.
It is. It
Yeah.
I
is.
believe so. That's why I said, does
She
it,
brought up.
equate to success? Is success being played into that?
Definitely.
She brought up some the definition of it. I guess I could pull it up on Google right quick. It was something like being free from outside control and authority. And the second usage was not needing anyone for your livelihood and sustenance. Those were the two
Oh,
main
So in
uses of the
control,
words.
in the control, definition that you just brought, everybody would already be independent. You know what I mean? Nobody has to be controlled. You would be dependent upon yourself to control yourself.
Okay. Right.
we're gonna say outside influence.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But are we ever really free of outside influence?
Hell nah.
Nah.
Exactly.
We're here to do that.
But your outside influence, you know what I mean, is dependent upon your dependency of it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
I
That's
don't feel like,
Ain't no separation.
yeah, I don't feel like there's a separation.
Mhm.
I understand, what's being said on a buy level, right? So being able to read and buy, you know what I mean? Like somebody dictating your every move, or, how you live your life, or so on and so forth. But at the same time, that's up to you to apply that and see if it's healthy for you or not. I'm gonna say it, again, I'm not trying to bash women or anything like that, but some women need guidance in certain situations, as do some
Mm.
Mhm.
males too. You know what I mean? So if
Yeah.
that guidance is, leading you to believe that it's becoming control, that's only up to you to decide. Um,
So I feel like I'm sorry, cut you off. Lala, go ahead.
That's
no,
fire.
no, no, I
Oh
was
no, you
done.
good.
Okay, so I feel like all of us could use some guidance
Hmm.
in one way or another because we all learn things at different times in life. Somebody could already have this knowledge or, have tapped in to help you over here, and you might be able to help them over here, vice versa. But I wanted to say something about that jungle comments.
What she say?
Jungle,
Oh, I got what you said.
jungle.
That was silly.
I just wanted to say something about the jungle comment because it don't
Oh,
matter. We're not in the jungle. So we're not gonna look
well,
at today and what we need or
nah, we're
what
not
we
gonna do
can
that.
get. What
We're
we
not
can
even gonna do
use.
that.
No, no.
I
I'm
think
just
that,
saying.
oh, go ahead. I'm
Because
sorry.
if you break it down to like the actual natural state of reality, that the jungle is that's where we really at. If you
Reality
remove
changes,
all these buildings and cars and government systems, we are in a fucking forest right now.
but it's not.
America,
It's not removed. It's here.
right?
And we
But
got to
Okay,
base it off of what's here, what's going on, and how what
It's
we are
concrete
actively
jungle.
living in.
but this okay. So this
but
environment that's here, who is it being created by or sustained by that you get
I
to
mean, we're creating.
thrive off of the
Go ahead,
benefits
baby.
of?
All
Now go
of
I
ahead.
us.
I think that let me just say this, right?
This
I
nigga
have
spicy.
plenty of, are you talking shit about me?
No, I just said this nigga spicy. I see where this shit is going. This
I
nigga
think I have plenty of days, you know what I mean, where I'm just like, I'll pick up the phone and be like, "Baby, am I super emotional or what?" So it does. I don't think it matters the environment. It's having that balance of, yes, you're emotional, you know what I mean, but let's logically walk this through. So it's like
But
that balance.
what do I tell you though? That shit is that's your superpower.
Yeah, I
Mm.
agree, you do, but at the same time, you know what I mean, when I have you're the one that gets all them calls, so am I being overly emotional to this? You know
Goddamn
what I mean?
right.
So
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 fuck
it's
up. I'm playing with
It's crazy. I didn't even know Lala was a cancer. My girl is a
I,
cancer too,
I
so
am
I
like the
totally understand.
super
Mine
cancer though,
too.
right?
For real,
I am the
that's
super cancer.
crazy.
I
so
look,
all three of us just floating on the boat, huh?
I am in the process of writing about my life, and I'm talking about I was in full stream tears as I was writing certain things. So,
You know
like,
your birth chart?
a little bit. I didn't get. I'm waiting for my sister to get her game up. She should be in here. I don't know where she's at
Okay.
or
Do you
with
know where
that.
your moon is at?
I don't.
Mm.
Okay,
I
okay,
don't. I again, I haven't messed with the naval chart like that.
okay.
She
You
a
know.
double cancer. Her moon is a cancer too.
But you know what I mean?
That's
So I,
very possible.
going back to the jungle thing, the jungle idea, I think, where would we be as women? Would we be the builders or so on and so forth? You know what I mean? And just being a super emotional person, I can see, where in that situation, although I do have the natural instinct as a mother, you know what I mean? I still need that logical balance. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So I'm sorry, Lala.
That's okay.
Because yeah, I didn't get to finish what I was saying.
Oh, I'm
Oh, my
So
sorry.
bad.
I
Oh,
understand what
that
you're
was
saying,
really good.
Lala. It's okay. I understand exactly what you're saying, but see, this is the thing for me. So it's like, okay, we do need the balance, but who's to say where the balance has to come from if everything that's in us is throughout and without everywhere else anyway? So, like you said, as an instinct, you would cope. I wouldn't call it a cope because what comes natural is what comes natural. So you're gonna become whatever you have to be. And as you grow, it's just like the inhabitants, right? When stuff changes out here, even the fetuses inside of us, they come out to learn how to operate going on in that environment at that moment. So if they come around, women having to be the builders, that's what they're gonna come around. They're not gonna be coping. It's just some stuff is just in us. And since everything is in us, you're gonna have to be whatever you have to be in that moment. And it may not look like the a secondary. It might be the primary to some people. So I just want to throw that out there. I just don't feel like we can base it based off of what's going on in the jungle. I feel like the defense needs to be at least something based off of what's going on here and now. And
Yeah,
it
Well,
may
okay,
be
go ahead.
no,
I'm
go
because
ahead.
I know that was in response to what you said, Christians, and I'm gonna let y'all rock. Like I said, I think it's gonna
Okay.
get a little spicy. I want to just throw a little spicy. Right. But
Um,
so
what Joy says she's saying
when
is,
it comes
oh, I'm
down to
sorry.
the balance and shit, right? And me and Laura, for example, just like she said, when she needs that thought process, you know what I mean, to balance out her emotions, she'll hit me, boom, hey, my fucking,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. And there may be times
Nothing
where I'm
wrong with it.
in my mind and shit, right? So there could be a
Right.
situation where I'm hella not grounded into my feminine energy and shit, right? And I don't have a problem saying feminine energy for niggas that don't
Right.
know what that is. And so I might be like, hey, like for everybody who be seeing Lala stories, I be snuggled up like a goddamn baby, nigga. But that's the groundation that I know that she can provide as a
Mm.
woman.
Right.
I mean, so to answer your question, Carmen, when you say that, you can get that, I can be cool in womb by itself, and I just like I said, I got feminine energy and shit, and I got masculine energy, or I got thoughts and I got
Right,
emotions. But to experience that outside of yourself, again, that's why
right.
we would be here to experience outside of ourselves. I don't think
Right.
I'm not gonna do one. You know how I used to go to the dance by
Right.
yourself and you hug yourself. I never I was not going to a dance with a female, my nigga. I'm not going. I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? I'll go hit the block, but I'm saying that to say that I definitely, I'm not saying that I need a woman, but I love women. I'm going to just say it just like that.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
I
get it.
think I think you're probably
I'm not saying nothing is wrong with the balance or none of that. Absolutely. I need, it'll help me as well. I have a homegirl who I can go to help balance me out when I know what I can really do to balance myself out, but I just choose not to. It could just be different reasons. So I totally understand and respect it. I'm just saying that um I don't feel like that balance has to come from another individual inside of a vessel
I
like
feel
me.
like
I
it
don't feel
does.
like it has to be a physical being. That's how I feel.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
feel
I
like
got
it
you.
has to.
I got
It's
you.
optional. It's here, but I just don't feel like it had to come from there.
I got you with
Is it
that.
optional
But,
I'm gonna let Krishna.
Yeah.
or
uh,
is it ideal?
can I say something really, really quick though, Christian? Before, because you got
Go
that face on. Like, let me go in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just have to say this because if we're speaking of balance, yes, we both do have feminine and masculine energy within
Right.
us. You know what I mean? But we are also here as what we are here as. You know what I mean? So you only have,
Voila.
you know what I mean? You cannot balance yourself in both the masculine and the feminine. I don't believe
I
that's
disagree.
true.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna say
disagree.
this. I
Well,
know
let me
what you
say
I already.
something really quickly to that. Really quickly. I'm so
All
sorry. Just
right.
write it
I
down.
know you
Don't
good. You
forget.
good.
Really quickly. So I get what you're saying, and I think I disagree because it limits me and my power. Because saying that you can't balance yourself out to me is just saying that you're not everything. Like, and I'm everything. Everything
But
is
can you
within
give
me.
yourself
So
that
if everything,
masculine energy? Can
yeah,
you
both.
provide exactly that masculine energy within yourself for yourself?
So being energy and being my soul, being a piece of the spirit. I'm the micro of the macro. I automatically already have both masculine and
Right.
feminine energy.
I agree with that.
So
But can you
right,
can you can you give yourself that level of masculine energy?
absolutely. If you think back, I mean, a lot of. Are you talking about in the physical?
No, I'm just talking about in general. Can you balance
Okay.
yourself with that masculine energy? And if you can, then what would you need a man for?
You
Right.
said, can I balance myself without masculine energy?
No, within them as a female, right? Can you
Yes,
can you
yeah,
give
I'm a part of it.
but can you give
Yeah,
yourself all of that
Woo!
masculine energy?
Let me ask
yes,
this real quick.
I can.
You said that you're everything. Would you say that you're nothing as well?
Yes, absolutely.
So right there, and I asked that for a reason. When you said that you're nothing, now you give yourself an opportunity for something to come in. And
That is correct.
I'm not saying
No,
that you
hold on,
can't
because
be
you're
that.
not wrong.
I'm not
You're
saying that
right.
you can't be that something, but I think it'd be dope if you have something else to come in to fill in that void of something. But that's just me.
You're correct. Well,
Well,
well, let
why
me
do we
say
get
this.
that void
Oh,
though?
I
Hold
got it.
on. Let me
You
answer the
gotta
question.
you even have to ask with that though. Where would
So I'm gonna forget. Let
if
me
you're
write this down,
both,
child.
you know what I mean? If you're both and you're able to supply that masculine energy as a female, then there should be no void. You know what I
It-
mean? But there's
So
still
who said
void.
that there was a void? So I think the thing is,
Yo,
so
yo,
Yeah,
let me
we
say something.
wait, let
I'm
me say
boiling.
something because Woon said he said so by saying that you're everything, would you also say that you are nothing? And I agree because that is absolutely correct. But even saying that still does not mean I have to have that from another individual. It still does not mean that I don't already have it within. It's
So
Right.
what
But
an
do you
but
additive.
wait,
my
It's
my
an
I,
point
hold
hold
is
on.
on?
It's an additive. It's an additive. It does not
Mm,
mean that I don't have it already.
you do have it already. It so the masculine and the feminine energy is within you, and whatever situation you put in, you can adapt
Hmm.
to those energies to use those energies to get through that situation. We all have that
Right.
ability, male or female, but it's not the ideal circumstance. Like life isn't a one player game, it's a two-player game, or I
Whose
would even call it a
idea is
co-op
this?
game. What do you mean?
Whose idea? Whose idea first? Because when we go into ideals, or
So
those are
you
subjective.
how do you not know that? Okay, so you are the yin and yang, but you're a female in this incarnation. So you are the dark side with the spark of the light, the little piece of white light within you. So you have a portion of masculine energy, but predominantly your feminine energy in this
Mhm.
incarnation right now.
I
When a
agree.
man comes into your life, he has mostly masculine energy, but he has that little bit of feminine energy with him.
Opposites
When y'all
attract.
come together, he gives you the masculine energy that you don't have, and you
Yeah,
give him the feminine energy that he doesn't have, then y'all become one whole.
I
You know
agree
what
Yeah.
I'm
with that.
saying? Y'all feed each other in that way.
I
right.
agree with that.
to
So that's what I
to
was saying about
piggyback
that
off that.
void.
How would you know that you have both energies within you?
I don't know, honestly, how to answer that question. But I guess it's the way that I can adapt to any situation to where I have to put on or use both of those
There you
Adapt
go.
while
though.
I'm
Right,
When you say
operating
right.
in life.
adapt, when you say
Adapt.
adapt,
It's not
Yeah.
natural. You're
yeah,
you're configuring to something.
I mean, so this is the thing. Yes, I use the word adapt, but it's because of where I am now. We come from way further back. I can't say that something was adapting back then. It could have been its natural state. I wasn't here. So I don't know how it started. So if
I,
you go back, so when you went back into the jungle, that's why I'm like, well, I couldn't
That's
say that it's
because that's the
coping.
foundation. Like if we was in the jungle, you said that if you had to, you would adapt to that situation. If you had to be a warrior, you would. And you
Right.
saying that that could be your primary state. But that's not
Right. So that
how
wouldn't
this
be
world
adapt.
is. That's not
But I don't
that's
know. I was not here then. So that's
but I'm
why.
saying you know that male and females were here since the beginning. It's always been that
Right.
masculine and feminine energy has always existed. So these two vessels is always here. So
right.
yes, you can adapt to the jungle, but is it ideal? So say a pack of fucking lions show up to the village. Would you
Or
rather the men, being that our bones are more dense and we have more muscle mass, to be the ones to try to fight off the lions, while you sit, while you take the children and protect them and try to find an exit plan or do whatever you got to do to
right.
stay safe, and while the
Gotcha.
men protect? You get what I'm saying?
I
Like
get
that's the
exactly what you're
ideal
saying. I just
situation.
disagree. But I have always disagreed with everything you just said. So
No.
I've gotten it. Hold on, let me finish real quick. So I just want you to know something. I totally understand what you're saying. But what I'm telling you is that I was not hurt. How do I know that the shoe wasn't on the other foot and the man wasn't saving the babies running off and the woman wasn't the ones fighting off the animal?
Because it's not
I,
ideal. If you look at the
we
male
don't know
the male
what you
structure,
you got to
the
use
way that
something
our
else.
bodies are built, you
Ideal.
can tell that we are shields.
It's the
Like our
word
bones.
ideal. It's the word ideal that keep on getting me tied up because again, the word is subjective. Who is it
If
ideal
you
for?
look at the way that women's bodies are built and then how women respond to stress, when a woman is put under a certain amount of stress, like her
No.
body responds in a negative way, even to the point where she could stop having periods and all type of shit can start going wrong when a woman is put under unnecessary stress that she wasn't designed
Okay.
to put
Is
under.
there
You
is
right.
there is there anything new under the sun?
But hold
No,
on, let me say this one. When it comes to this, you said if you look at the woman, a way a woman body responds to stress, and you brought up our periods. Of course, you would see it that way because we the only one who got them. So that's not really a valid point because men they become timid under stress as well. So if stress
That's
could
not a
be
man.
seen.
You
So
I don't think, I'm
when
sorry
you
to say
saying
this, but
man,
if
are
you
you
say
talking?
that,
Let me
you
say
might not be
male.
referring to, yeah, you're referring to males, because the
Okay.
actual man that's grounded in his masculinity, he's not going to get timid in a stressful situation.
So is
That's the
this
opposite of a man.
okay, so we can't say man, we just got to say male, right? So a man
Yeah, a
ain't gonna
male
get
that hasn't
timid
developed.
because he don't have those type of sympathetic, them all them parasympathetic nerves, none of that, right? He just go.
Yeah, basically, like
That is not
men
true.
men
So we
are
can't just
designed
say
to be able to handle
anything.
certain levels of
I
stress.
think that what needs to be brought up in this conversation is men and how they think. But instead of the body and the structure of the body, it's more so of men in the way that they think versus women in the way that they think and
But
feel
that,
and experience.
but
I got the
we
wait, let me
only
say this
on.
one thing real quick. This, and then I'm gonna end it like this. All right. So say we was together. What's your name? Karmic.
Um,
Carmen Fruition. Okay. So say we was together and we was in a house. Say a nigga kick the door down and a nigga break in the house. He's strapped up and everything. What's your first instinct? You want
I
me to
might
go
be the
handle the
wrong person for
situation,
you to
or
ask
you?
that question to
No,
because
I'm
I'm not
saying
the
you got a
typical woman
man.
in
You
mind.
have. I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying you have a man, and we say we got children in the house as well. Who do you expect to go handle that situation? Me or you?
I
Be
mean,
real.
I'm gonna get up regardless and handle
But
it
are you
because
gonna
I'm
go
there.
straight? That's inappropriate. Why would you do that when the
It's
children
not
need you?
inappropriate. Let me tell you
Yo,
something. You gotta
who's
calm
more
down,
likely
baby.
to
It's
survive
okay.
that situation? No, I'm just passionate.
I get it. But
It's
this is
all
what I'm
good.
trying to help you understand. You have a point. However, you can't look when you're trying to prove a point when it comes to the whole of female, all of us ain't like this. See, I've been shot before. You probably didn't know. So I'm already gonna be up on my toes. You
You
see,
gangster.
that's why I
Okay.
say I wouldn't probably be the right person for that point to even be proven. I'm gonna be up. I'm
So
traumatized.
I would think that
And
it's the
I think
circumstances that you have been in that made you think the way that you think now.
And
You
that's what
have
I'm
had to
telling
adapt
you
to being
about
masculine.
and that's what I'm
And
telling
that
you. And,
and
and I'm hold on, no, I'm not even gonna say I can't call it, I'm gonna say this because yeah, it
Where are you
is.
from? Where you live at?
I would
Where are
see
you
that,
from?
hold on, I will see that as masculinity,
yeah.
but I would
can,
also see it as natural reflex or human instincts as well due to trauma.
can I
So
say
Mhm.
something in that though? Because one of the things in the scenario was that the kids are there, and
I
Right.
as a
heard him,
mom,
Lala. My
Right.
answer ain't
me,
gonna change.
my first instinct is going to be to go get the kids and get them up out of there. You know what I
Right.
Exactly.
mean?
You.
Right. And
Absolutely. But see, if I stop my first instinct being the type of person I am is to stop this nigga at the door before he get any further and trap me and my family in the house. Cause
Yo,
I
you
can't be
from the
trapped
hood, shawty?
inside of
Yo, where
nothing.
are
Let me
you
say something.
from? You definitely from the
Look,
hood. That's
look,
all that's going on here.
Because if I
in
run back and try to
survival,
get the
listen,
kid,
listen.
hold on real quick, Selfmade. I'm gonna let you talk. Cause if I run in the back and try to go save my damn baby, this nigga gonna come in here and get me and my baby while we trapped in the back. If I
But your
stop him
man
at
So,
the
isn't a
door
so
front.
and run him up out of here, I got a better chance of both of us getting out of here.
But
see,
your
and that.
man isn't a front though. So what are you
Wait,
doing?
we
Are
talking
you
about survival. When it comes down to a survival state, if like how you said you've been through trauma, so by default, that kind of reverts you into a survival mode before
Right.
your intuition as far as dealing with them kids go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
It's a
that's
trauma
No,
that.
not for
response.
It's a
me.
Listen, as a female to go into a masculine place, that's all based off of survival. You can see it.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
But I'm
In
saying you
nature.
said before thinking about the children, my mind as a Scorpio sun, a Leo rising, and a Gemini moon, and every
Period.
other other aspect in there. Real quick, it's not. I think about my child, but
I
see,
figured it out.
I'm a premeditated person. Everything that I do, I'm thinking while I'm doing it. I was in a confrontation one time and had to stab somebody. The whole time I'm stabbing their
Ooh.
ass, I'm let me tell you, the whole time I'm stabbing them, I'm thinking about if I'm gonna hit them somewhere that's gonna cut them all the way off, and I ain't want to go to jail for that shit. So in the
Mm.
process of me doing it, so I think about everything while it's going
Yo,
on. So
I do.
while I'm
respectfully,
thinking in a
Hey,
situation like that,
respectfully, you
I
are a
I'm
hey,
nigga.
Hey,
I feel
Kwame,
like,
hey,
but
hey,
I
Kwame,
feel like
Respectfully.
that's
hey,
something
I'll
we
be out
don't
there
think
in
about.
Dallas. I'm gonna hit you up, and I'll be like, nigga, I know I'm protected, son.
Hey, for real though.
most
Hey,
definitely,
also real shit. Also
I
real
have
shit. All right,
um,
So I'll be like,
so, but
I
you
would.
know,
That's
get
if
that
somebody's
check in.
coming through the
yo,
door, you know what I mean?
yo.
If somebody's coming through the
Sorry, sorry.
door and your
I'm
man
gonna be
is
like, hey, you got
already
hand me
at,
too. You ready?
if you know, in the situation, if somebody's coming to the door and your man is already at the door handling that situation, you know what I mean? What are you do? Are you now co-pilot with your man? I don't. Are you trying to
So
overtake the
Lala, in
situation
order for
from
you to
the man?
understand
I
that
don't know.
situation, because you got great points, and I understand.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I feel like you have probably been safe with probably your man. You probably feel safe with Woon, and I
I
can
do feel
respect
very
that.
safe with him.
And that's probably why you
Right,
see how you see.
right.
So, in order for you to see it how I operate, you
You
have
didn't
to
feel
see it
safe.
how I'm. Huh? Yeah,
You didn't feel
absolutely.
safe.
And
But
so,
Right.
but so
go
I have
ahead.
to kind of ask with that, you know, and I'm so sorry if I cut you off.
You
If
fine.
if you is that every man though that you don't feel safe
So
with?
unfortunately, I have not been with many men, but I was just with somebody for 10 years. And so that was me the whole time. And before that, I was also quick on my toes as well. And I probably will always be, whether I'm on the side of him or right behind his ass, because just because you got a gun right here, don't mean he still can't do nothing. If it's another one right here, I can still get him too. I'm sorry.
And that's
Hey,
why I
hey,
say, like,
you got
it's
brothers?
based off of the trauma. You can tell she reverts into a survival place. You get
You
what I'm
Right.
got
saying?
brothers?
What he saying?
You got older brothers?
I was gonna ask her the
No,
same thing.
I got a big cousin, but he in the pen.
You was raised by your uncle. You got
I
somebody.
ain't had no uncles. I'm in a family full of women. My granny raised us. She was a Pisces in the house by herself, raising all the kids, no men.
And
Wow.
Oh, okay,
that
okay.
too, right there.
And she slept with her
Somebody,
sisters up
Yeah,
under her pillow.
when it's like that, somebody got to play both roles.
that's a fact.
Yeah, and
You
I
know what I
agree with
mean?
that. And that may not always be what's Krishna word ideal, but
I know. I already know.
It's reality. It's
I
reality.
got a message from the Akashic records. You was a man in your past life. That's what was going
no, I
on
know my past life.
in
But
your
thank
very
you for
past
that.
life.
Yeah, I know the last past life. So
You remember your
um,
exact past life.
I know the last past life.
Last past life. You was a woman.
I was a woman.
Okay, I hear you. You have a
Maybe you
masculine
maybe
soul.
you know another one.
I probably do.
Yeah, and it's fine. But
You have a
what
lot of
else?
you have more masculine energy than you have feminine energy.
Well, I don't believe that. But I do. I can be both.
The fact that
Uh,
you snap right into a survival instinct, you said you going to the door to shoot the killer, to
that's
fight
I don't think that's more masculine than
before
feminine. I
before
believe
you
they
Feminine,
can
Like what
your
Stokes was
feminine
saying,
is
to
that's more
protect your
survival,
kids.
period.
That's masculine.
because it ain't got to do with that. It got to do with a trauma, like he was trying to tell you. So I
Nah,
really
yeah,
feel
but
like
that's what I'm saying. Like when you think about it in nature in a certain aspect, if a female has her kids, while she has her kids by herself in nature, she's nurturing, she's making sure, you know what I'm saying, like everything is good. Let a male come in the vicinity of that,
Oh,
she
what's
has to
up?
get like a male. She has to
Yeah,
for her survival of her children.
fact.
Period.
Right.
So when you say, I see the comment, survival is instinctively human, not masculine or feminine, it puts you either in a masculine or a feminine place. And when you're in
Right.
survival, by default, you go into a masculine place because you have to
But
be hard. You got to
but
be
I
if
hard.
agree.
that masculine energy is there on your behalf, do you still take on that role?
No.
I agree with what you said, Self, but I just feel like what Krishna was saying, he said is you have more masculine than feminine. I do
Right.
not have more masculine feminine, but I am more active on my masculine
I would
side of
say
energy
yeah,
than on
that's
my
more so
feminine
what I
side.
mean.
Right.
Well, see,
Yeah.
even in the situation that Self said with the nature situation, because even as and Krista, you kind of asked this question earlier. When we perceive women as acting like men, sometimes they're just being a super intuitive, emotional person. Like, you know what I mean? So it may be perceived as masculine energy, but it's turned up so much that it may, you understand what I'm trying to say? Because the passion is there. Like they're natural nurturers, and nurturing is a part of survival as well.
Yeah, that's sometimes
Absolutely.
in survival mode, but we're talking. I mean, we know the difference between the two. In a survival protective, and you don't have that there. You don't have that masculine energy there. You have to embody that. So I fully understand that. But if the masculine energy is there, you no longer have to embody that. It's there. It's balanced out.
That is not necessarily true, Lala. Maybe
She's
we
saying that she
Woon.
don't feel safe.
Absolutely.
Based off of this
Listen,
comment.
Woon,
That's where I
I
get
have
it.
to say that. Hold on,
I
You
I'm
don't feel
understand
safe.
sorry.
You like, hey, fuck all that. I'm grabbing hands
and
too. Like that's what I'm saying.
I understand that completely as well. Like the not feeling safe part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the part right there. So even I
I
just
get
want you
that.
to. Oh, okay. Because you said that if a man is there, if a masculine energy is there, then you don't have to embody
That's
that.
why
So
I have
that
to ask, is that all males though? You know what I mean? Is it
But
just
and
me
it's
that
not,
you
of
just don't
course.
feel safe with all, you know what I mean? Has there ever been a male that you felt like you didn't have to be that
So
masculine energy with?
let me
That
okay,
was
because you making me think. So let me think real quick. And then after I think, can y'all I want to respond to certified real in the comment, child. But so so Lala, you said is that with every man? And again, remember I said that I haven't been in many relationships,
Right.
but I can tell you this. I've only felt safe with one other person outside of myself in my life. And it wasn't a parent, it was like my first love, right? Growing up.
Mhm.
So with that person, I would definitely feel safe, still do to this day. However, I do know that if that situation that Krishna gave, or he gave the situation, I
yeah.
still feel like I'm still gonna be up there to make sure that he was able to get the culprit down. Okay,
Right.
I'm sorry. I
So
just
But
can I
have you
ask?
ever? Oh,
because it's like this. Look at it like this, right? Y'all feel like as a team, it can make stuff better, balance all of that, and that's how I look at it in that situation.
Can I ask though, if and I'm sorry, that you had the
You
experience
good? Go
that you
ahead.
as far as being shot and so on and so forth, right? But had that trauma not been there, do you feel that you would still feel that way?
I do.
now, real quick, in a situation like that where you don't feel safe with a man, and a situation like that happens, and you do have kids in the household, you personally would tell the man to go get the kids?
I wouldn't tell nobody shit. At a time like this, we both need to be right here to make sure this motherfucker is gone.
So
Listen,
what?
I don't have to. Let me tell you something. When it comes to the kids, it's just like if you're on a plane. They want you to put that damn mask on your face before you can help your child with it. If you swimming, the
Ooh, that's
baby needs to have the little backpack oxygen. You need to have everything on for you in order for you to help them. I gotta make sure this motherfucker is dead before, so I can make sure they don't get to my baby.
so you
I
don't
know.
trust that the man can handle that without you confirming it,
I
basically.
Do you always go to sleep with somebody else driving the car? Do you?
Would you
It's
say?
always better to have four eyes, man. It's always better.
Yo, this is a valuable lesson for men to show us what happens in nature when men aren't really like the majority of the men in the world aren't living in their roles. Like I gotta ask you this, but Like, did you grow up with your father in your life?
I do have my dad, but I did not feel safe with my dad either.
And that's
I
that's
can,
that's exactly what I'm like alluding to. Like when men aren't present in a kid's life, your dad didn't make you feel safe, so you literally had to adapt to the mentality that you have now in order to survive, and it stuck with you for the rest of your life.
I
You know what I'm saying? But
But
if
you
men,
know what though? Let me tell you how powerful I am. So this is how powerful I am. Even though I know this is in me and it's always going to be a part of me, I know that when I meet somebody and I get that sense of security from them, then I will be able to lay it down. Because it's just like with anything else, with a wall of vulnerability, when you're dealing with somebody you meet and you start dating, you don't want to let that vulnerability come out because you have trauma, or you know, motherfuckers, you can't trust them. So I know how to put that wall down. But I feel like in a situation, hold on, Lala, I know you're trying to take something. So
it's
I
okay.
feel like in that situation, let me really think into that one. So I feel like I can feel safe to know that somebody else is a protector, and I can feel like I could take a deep breath, right? And feel like
Mhm.
they got it if something like that was to happen. But I still
I
feel like I would still be right behind them with the other gun.
I've
yeah,
never, you know,
but you haven't
as
experienced that yet, as far as
I
being with.
haven't. Nope,
Okay,
nope.
so it
see,
makes
and I'm the opposite. That's what I was gonna say. You know, I, as a female, my dad was in my life, my brother was in my life. I've never not felt safe in a man's presence ever. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I've never felt not safe. Have I been into some situations where it's like, yeah, you could handle that a little bit better, you know, from on the male side that I seen from the outside? Yes, but also
Mm,
me being me, I'm not gonna step up under no man that
okay.